As Pitbull said, I got a green light and I'm ready to go, go, go. Sam Lammers looks like he's ready to go to Rangers. And you know what? I just can't really get over this deal because his numbers are shocking, man. And Bale's obviously seen something in him. I don't know what he's seen. Now, to be honest, this guy's not going to be played as Rangers' number nine. Well, at least I hope so, man. If this is our answer to 30 odd goals a season, Kyogo for a half year up at Celtic, and we are down here in the one goal a season club with Sam Lammers, then we are honestly shooting ourselves before we even start this season. But you know what? It looks like this is going to go through. It looks about 3 million, potentially rising to 4. I don't really want to talk too much more about the guy until he signs. Then I can go into a bit more detail. But it's been given a green light as the Atlanta boss green lights it because he has agreed to stay, and therefore all deals out of Atlanta. Not the Walking Dead Atlanta. Atlanta. Anyway, guys, it looks like Sam Lammers going to come in. We'll back him once he joins, but the numbers. I know what the thing is, right? Even if he was getting like 10 goals a season, you'd be like, oh, those numbers aren't exactly spectacular. But he's got 7 goals in his last 4 seasons. That's fucking unacceptable, man. I don't see how anybody can spin this into a positive signing. It just feels like you're wasted. I mean, see when you've got Van Veen and Shankland in the same league, proving it in the same league, and you could get them for much cheaper. I don't like. Yes, you've got the argument that this guy's done it at literally every team, well, not every, but every league around Europe, apart from like the Premier League, right? He's done it in Serie A, Bundesliga, the Eredivisie, and so on. But he joined Atlanta for the Eredivisie for 8 million, and then got loaned out throughout all the leagues. I think with that, it's a case of those teams have thought, oh, we'll take him on loan because it just hasn't worked out for him at Atlanta. But now it hasn't worked out for him at Empoli, Sampdoria, you've got Atlanta, you've got Frankfurt, you've got all these other teams, man. And I don't know, is it really going to work out for him at Rangers? I'm not too sure. But into the bit of the video I want to discuss today because Steven Gerrard is set to take over manager of Saudi Pro League side Al Ettifaq. I don't know how that's how you pronounce it, man, but Crystal Palace hope my price around 50 million on Michael Elise will act as a suitable deterrent for PSG, and then also goes on to talk about Arsenal for West Ham. But I want to talk about the Saudi Arabian League. With signed Benzema, there's a hell of a lot of more players linked. And like Steven Gerrard going, it seems like, I mean, you have like Anderson Talisca was in it previously, and a few other players like Ronaldo's joined. But it seems like Ronaldo joining has absolutely skyrocketed the Saudi League, and it looks like it's turning into just a well, I mean, pun intended, a better oiled machine than the Chinese Super League, because I feel like with that, it only lasted for like a season, like in terms of like players going. But I think the amount of money in Saudi Arabia, man, it's going to get ridiculous. And I feel like with the MLS as well, it will only be a matter of time that we have a Champions League sort of format with European teams, Middle Eastern teams, and American teams. There is no way the Middle East and America are going to miss out on playing all these big European teams for much longer. It's a sad reality. We want to keep it the way it has been in Europe with Champions League, Europa, all that stuff, all the traditions, all the history. But that's the way it's going. That will happen in my lifetime. And I say that as if here, it could happen in 60 years. No, it could this could happen within 5 years if we're being real about it. But something that could happen very much within 5 minutes is that James Tavernier, Rangers captain, has been linked with a move to Saudi Arabia. Oh fuck. Yes, that's not good. Of course, there's names linked with Saudi Arabia like Neymar, Paul Pogba, Benzema's already away. I mean, literally every player in the Premier League will be linked with a move, and Kante's away. It's crazy. It's honestly crazy what's going on. And let's dive into the article. Watching the various superstars being lured to the Middle East on silly money seems miles away for Rangers' transfer budget, and yet James Tavernier's name is being linked with the likes of Neymar and Paul Pogba. The light blue skipper is one of the top earners at Ibrox, but there isn't that much that James Wisco could do if the 31-year-old decided to set his family up for life. It's one of those things, like, I mean, like with Benzema and Ronaldo, they've already made their money. They didn't need to go to Saudi Arabia, but they have. They've just wanted a bit more. Like, if Tav, like, it's like Boyle, right? Martin Boyle went to Saudi Arabia. Now, he's not going to be anywhere near the same amount of money as the guys I've just mentioned, right? But if Tav goes to Saudi Arabia, I think Tav would be looking. I mean, how much is Tav on at the minute? I'm not too sure, but I'm willing to bet he's going to get like at least like triple, quadruple it. So if you look at it from that perspective, could you really blame Tav? I mean, from a financial point, no. But he's the club captain, and it wouldn't be a good look, and I think it would harm his legacy status. Because Tav's not done. Tav can give us like another 4 or 5 years at least, right? As captain, I think he easily can. And the problem is, like, even factor it, morals out of it, going to the Saudi Arabian League and all that stuff. Look at the effect it would have on this team. Tav's assists and goals are, you take those sort of numbers out of a team and it's like, fuck, what are we going to be left with? Honestly, like, could be. Fuck, it could be really, really bad, to be honest, because Tavernier's irreplaceable. Like, I know defensively, right, he can be atrocious at times, but I feel like he's that good at going forward. And I mean, I don't want to just beat a dead horse. This has been talked about for a bit ever since Tavernier fucking signed for the club, but he would be very hard to replace. And I've seen what this article says that, what did it say? It said about, do Rangers have a replacement ready for James Tavernier? They honestly cannot be hyping up Dujon Sterling, man, as a Tavernier replacement. The guy has not really done much in his career, and I think Dujon Sterling will be good, but it's not like we're bringing in somebody like phenomenal, man. Like Yilmaz is a Barisic replacement because he's one of the hottest prospects around Europe in terms of that left back position. We managed to get him in, and where's the hype around Dujon Sterling for him to follow in Tavernier's footsteps, the captain's footsteps? Nowhere. So I think to actually say this is pretty mental, but yeah. And it says the demand for top players in Saudi is clear, and I'm hearing this is going to impact Rangers too. So I don't think this will be the last day. I feel like, you know what, I could see like Morelos going, maybe not Arfield. Maybe I think Arfield will probably stay in Scotland, to be honest, but I could definitely see Morelos going, guys. But anyway, we'll be back with any more transfer news on this. But by God, if we lost the captain, can he go down with the ship? He's been down with the ship before. Can he do it again, brother? But anyway, guys, till next time. Peace.